The Edmonton Oilers defeat the Pittsburgh Penguins, final score of 5-2, moving to 16-5 on the year, and more importantly, 10-1 at home. Wow. That was a weird game. I know I harp on this team when they get outplayed, even when they win. When they get outplayed and they win, I do harp on them a lot. I'm gonna stop doing it because I've came to realize something, especially after tonight. Them being outplayed by the other team is not a problem. At this point, they've won so many games while being outplayed. It doesn't really matter. I think that they might like doing that. I think they like doing it because they know they succeed best when they do it. And you know what? I'm not going to complain because we're 16-5. This was a pretty fun game. It was obviously going to be fun because, Crosby versus McDavid. It was built up as the battle of the century, like normal. And it happened. It was what it was. I don't understand when people build up these player versus player narratives in games because, yes, we get it. Two big stars, but on the other hand, what do you want them to do? Fight? You want them to fight to the death? Who's the best? Is that what we're looking for? Let's get into this before I ramble anymore. So line combinations going into tonight pretty much stay the same from their game this past Saturday, except for one change. Markus Niemelainen's making his NHL debut. But Josh, if Niemelainen's in on the defense, that means that someone else is gone. Who's gone? We've lost Cody Ceci, boys. That's another one. We literally played an AHL defense tonight. I'm sorry, but that defense is not all that good. Like okay, if let me just put this for fans, for people that aren't Oilers fans. Penguins fans, you're going to understand what I'm talking about just because your team has to do it every year at some point. For people who aren't Oilers fans, let me explain this to you. Last year, Chris Russell and Evan Bouchard were rotational defensemen who were in the lineup sometimes and who were not in the lineup sometimes. Same thing said for William Lagesson. Tyson Barrie was an everyday defenseman. But Markus Niemelainen was down the AHL and Philip Broberg was over in the SHL. You're not dealing with an all-star lineup here. You're not dealing with the best defense in the world. So going into this game, if you were to presume Pittsburgh was going to win this game, I honestly wouldn't have blamed you because that defense is really ravaged right now. It's really it's not a good defense at the moment, but they pulled this off. They did pull off this win. Let's get into the goals. I'm rambling. I feel talkative today. I don't know why, but I'm a bit more rambly. So let's start this off, shall we? So in the first period, the first goal of the night comes off of a pretty good play, honestly. Connor McDavid, who played very well transitionally tonight, I noticed. There were a few times tonight where he would be able to start a play down in the defensive zone, and it ended up translating to offense. So good work for him tonight in that regard. Connor McDavid pokes the puck up, and it ends up getting to Zach Hyman. Him and, if I'm not mistaken, it was Kassian. Yeah, it was Kassian. They go on a bit of a run up the ice. Hyman goes along the boards, then he moves into the middle, and he sees a nice little open chunk and snipes it and scores past Tristan Jarry, who's been very good this season, especially in this last couple of weeks that he's played. And on their first shot of the night, because it took a while for them to get a first shot, they end up scoring, and it's 1-0 Oilers. A little while after that, in the first period, the Penguins strike very fast. Off the draw, Crosby wins it, back to Marino over to Gensel, on the other side, one-timer, and boom, just like that, it's a 1-1 game. Yeah. And then later, not long after that, as a matter of fact, 97, again, in the defensive zone. He intercepts the puck. He takes it up. It's him and Hyman on a 2-on-1. Connor McDavid gives it to Hyman. Hyman, one-timer, into the net, and it's 2-1 for the Oilers. Hyman's second goal of the night, on the verge of a possible hat trick for that night. This would come into effect later in the game. Good. What else can I say? It's Connor McDavid doing what he does best, which is just mauling the other team and drowning them in his points. Like, genuinely, I think it would, like, his effectiveness is literally just showing them the score sheet and being like, see what I do? See? Yeah, I'm doing that to you too. Hyman, good to see him get back onto the offensive side of things. He hasn't been bad, don't get me wrong, but he's been lacking a bit of a spark, so him getting sparked back up tonight is good to see. And we go into the second period with a 2-1 lead. Then, in the second period, the Penguins strike again. Tyson Barrie tries to clear it off of Hyman's stick. They do that, you know, one of them buries down his zone. He's trying to shoot it towards Hyman's stick right up at the offensive zone, so there's no icing, but it can also be a clear. It ends up bouncing off a Penguin, and the Penguins get a 3-on-2 rush. Not anything crazy movement-wise, but some nice passing ends up leading to Teddy Blueger getting an open look, and he just snipes it past Koskinen to make it 2-2. Not a good play for Barrie, honestly. When you make a pass like that, I know what the intention was. When you make a pass like that, it is always a risk. He took that risk. He got flamed for it. It's a tie game. And, I forgot to mention, throughout this game, at the midway point of the game, 30 minutes in, the Penguins had 20 shots. Okay, standard. What did the Oilers have? 7. 7 shots. They were tied at 2, yes. That does not mean that they were not getting outplayed heavily. The Oilers were getting demolished in this game, and you'll see by the final stats, they were really getting demolished tonight, but they were still able to pull out the win. We go into the third with a 2-2 tie, and then Oilers come out looking a lot better in the third, and it pays off with a goal. Kale Yamamoto forces a turnover in the offensive zone. Puck kind of goes around. I think it was like Yams or McDavid got it to Russell and then got it over to Barrie. Barrie sees that Kale Yamamoto's now in front of the net with his stick right there. Big slap shot from Barrie off of Yamamoto's stick, and it goes into the back of the net. Bada bing, bada boom. You've got yourself a 3-2 game. Great play. Great to see Yamamoto doing what he does best. Great play by Barrie there to see Yamamoto's stick. Coordinate that. Good to see. Happy about that. Next goal is also an Oiler goal. Letang takes a... Oh, God. This is a mouthful, folks. You ready? Letang takes a slashing penalty. Halfway through the power play, Hyman takes an interference call. On the ensuing 4-on-4, I think it's Philip Broberg or Marcus Niemelainen. I can't tell. I couldn't tell anyways from the replay. Marcus Niemelainen or Philip Broberg kind of flick the puck off the boards, and it goes to dry in the defensive zone. And he throws out an absolutely nasty backhand pass that transcends the entire ice to Connor McDavid's stick. Connor McDavid is now on a 2-on-1. Evan Bouchard, seeing what's happening, is like, okay, I'd like to get a point here. Jumps up in the rush beside McDavid, and McDavid, in his point-giving bakery, decides, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. Passes it over to Bouchard and pots it home. Classic Oilers goal. Great on transition. Connor McDavid getting the assist on it. And yes, if you guys didn't watch my videos last year, a reoccurring theme that I had all year long was the bakery. I talk about the bakery a lot. And it was referring to the Oilers turning the puck over a lot. It was a funny little thing that I did in the videos, just kind of to express how I felt about how they were playing. The bakery is now back, except I think that the bakery should be rebranded to Connor McDavid giving out assists, because really, he's good at doing that, and he gives assists out to nearly everyone on the team. So, sure, why not? We'll rebrand it as the bakery for now. I might forget about it, but yeah, the Connor McDavid bakery, open for business, giving assists, giving goals to anybody that wants one. Evan Bouchard makes it 4-2. Later in the period, we actually had a goal that got called back, but I'm going to still talk about it because it was an incredible play. Russell throws a great hip check. Just mauls Evan Rodriguez into the boards. Puck kind of trickles down into the Oilers zone. Russell gets it, and he ends up springing 97. Connor McDavid carries it up, has a bit of a give and go with Kale Yamamoto, gets the puck back on his stick, takes a shot that is tipped in by Hyman as he's knocking the net off, and it ends up being 5-2. This is Hyman getting a hat trick, mind you. This is why I want to talk about this. He gets a hat trick, right? The fans are going wild. They find out it's Hyman. Everyone starts throwing the hats on the ice. Yeah, first career hat trick for Zach Hyman. First career, not just first for the Oilers. First career. Let's go. Offside review, and it gets called back. I'm sorry. I know it's not nice because Hyman almost had a hat trick tonight and then he didn't. But I just find it hilarious that, like, this is the first time where I've seen, like, the hats thrown on the ice just for the goal to be called back. I haven't seen that before. If anyone else has clips of that happening, please let me know because I found it hilarious. But yes, sorry for Hyman did not get the hat trick, but funny moment. And, you know, at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because the Oilers won that game. McDavid ends up putting in an empty net goal later, and bada bing, bada boom. That's your final score, 5-2. Oilers continue on this pretty good pace. They're going 3-game win streak going into a Friday night game against the Seattle Kraken. Let's talk about some stats quickly before I give final thoughts. Looking at some of the statistics for this game. Penguins outshot the Oilers 34-22. Penguins out-hit the Oilers at a 3-1 ratio, 45-15. Both teams were 0 for 3 on the power play. Oilers players numbers. Connor McDavid had a goal and 3 assists. The bakery. Like I said, it was a bakery tonight. Zach Hyman had 2 goals. Bouchard a goal and an assist. Goal for Kailer Yamamoto. Assist for Leon Draisaitl. And Koskinen made 32 saves on 34 shots. 34 shots. What am I on about tonight? Pittsburgh. Gensel had a goal. Teddy Bluger had a goal. Crosby, Letang, Zach Aston Reese, and Marino all had assists. And Tristan Jarry made 17 saves on 21 shots. Let's have some final thoughts here before I depart for the night for relaxation. This was a fun game. This was a fun one. The Oilers got outplayed for the majority of the first half, and then really had a good third period to make up for it. You know, the defense, I'm going to give them the credit where credit's due. They really did step up at times tonight. There were a lot of times where they could have crumbled a lot more than they did, and they didn't. Chris Russell actually is going to get a lot of praise from me tonight. Sentences you didn't think you'd say in 2021. But to be fair, this man was tasked with logging top pairing minutes and pulled it off pretty damn well without looking that bad. Yes, the second goal wasn't that good, but that was mainly Barry's fault. He was kind of just there. He threw that great hit against Evan Rodriguez. He had points tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I think he got at least an assist tonight. And also, just to shout it out, obviously in the last game, he broke the shot block record thing. And so before the game, they had a nice little ceremony where Ken Holland was there, and they had his family, and Connor McDavid came over, and there was an awkward photo of them all posing around Russell while he was holding a brand new belt buckle. Which, oh god, the memes tonight were great. I'll just say, there was a lot of funny moments tonight. So many good moments. And one of them, that has to be one of them. Now, don't get me wrong, it looked like a nice belt buckle. Like, it actually had a picture of Russell blocking the shot. I just find it hilarious that, you know, hey man, listen, you've sacrificed your body for the past 15 years. You've had several injuries. You've been blocking shots, trying to, you know, protect your leads, like, play good defense. You know, you've broken this record, over 2,000 shot blocks. Thanks, buddy. Congratulations on it. Here's a brand new belt buckle. Because apparently people still wear belt buckles in 2021. And it's a massive one, too. Okay. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Yeah, folks. I liked how the defense played. Mikko Koskinen, man. 12-2. And I think Jack Michaels said it the best, and I think I can put myself in the category as well. Most underappreciated, a most underappreciated 12-2 start for a goalie. He hasn't been perfect, but when he's needed to, he's made the save. Like, he's played really well, and I feel like he gets a lot of hate because he's one of those guys where it's like, when he's on, he's on. But when he's off, he's off in a bad way. But he's been on this year. This year, he's really been on for the most part. There's been a couple of rough games, but other than that, he's played well. And he's got the goals to help him and bail him out when he doesn't play well. Tonight's an example of him playing well. And finally, just to wrap it up with the offense, I'm not going to complain. I hope Jesse Puljujarvi's okay. I know he went down the tunnel due to a hand thing, but he was back on the bench by the end of the game, so hopefully he's all good. That would suck to lose him because that third line was looking pretty good with him there. And all in all, this game, I know they got outplayed in the first part of it, but it really didn't ever feel in this game like you had anything to be worried about. It kind of felt like stability was there. Like you kind of, I did not feel scared about the results of the game. I thought that they could easily win it, and by the third period, I thought, okay, they're probably going to turn it on here. Like, sure, they haven't played the best, but, like, they are getting a bit more now. I think they'll probably end up pulling it off. And, hey, they did. What did you all think of the game? Thank you all for watching this video. Please hit subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this game. Just as a side note, I'm throwing it out ahead of time. There is a game against Seattle on Friday. It was supposed to be a big game. It's a big game. It's Edmonton's first game in Seattle. Unfortunately, a scheduling conflict has emerged. I'm not going to be able to watch the game. I'm not going to I don't even know if I'll have access to it. I don't know if it's region blocked or not, but I know I won't be able to make a video after it. So, very sorry about that, guys. I wish the Oilers the best in that game. Sorry I'm not able to watch it. I thank you all for watching this video. I will see you all on the next one, and goodbye for now.